beautiful houseplant people, how are we today? Welcome back to the greenhouse. If we haven't met already, I am Samantha Roxas, aka Sam, and I am your crazy plant lady in Melbourne. So today I have something really fun for you guys, which I've been wanting to do for a while, and you guys have highly recommended and anticipated this video. It is my greenhouse tour for you guys. So I've had my greenhouse since December of last year. It's been December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So about 7 months now. Let me tell you, it has been a journey. So I've been wanting a greenhouse since September of last year, but it was more just an idea. And in around November, December, I was speaking to Jacob, my partner, about it, and he was actually the one that inspired me to do it all. So this dream literally could not have been done without him. So one, he was the one that inspired me to do it, and two, he's the one that has helped me so much with it. He helped me put together the greenhouse. He also helped me with all of the systems. So I'll start off with the tour, so you'll get to see all of my plants, and then we'll slowly get into the systems of the greenhouse and what I've done to kind of make it self-sustaining. I actually don't visit this greenhouse very often. So the greenhouse is actually at my parents' house. I normally live here, but during COVID I now live with my partner. So I come to visit the greenhouse every 3 days, I would say, and in between there it is all self-sufficient. I have the misters on, the humidifier on, and the heater on. So let's jump right into it. So that little door is pretty much the back door from my parents' house onto the deck, which we have this like enclosed slash open balcony, a little kitchen with a little TV, and my doggos. So this is probably going to be the first time I'm introducing them on my channel. Hi boo. So Roxy is 4 years old, and this is my Nala bear. She's very cheeky, and we only got her maybe like a year and a half ago, whereas Roxy we've had since she was a puppy. So these are my two doggos. So we walk onto the deck, and so this is the backyard. We've got some stairs that lead to the second deck. There's a Roxy. That is towards the garage. We've got a little seating area there that we never use. Normally grapevines are up there, but it is winter, so they're all dead. We've got this barbecue area, a spa area, which we never use during winter. So this is the backyard. And there she is in all of her glory, hidden by this little tree here. We walk over here, and there she is. Officially welcome to my greenhouse. So for those of you asking, this is a maize hybrid greenhouse, so it doesn't have like that poly, almost like grayish tone to it. It's kind of clear, and I went for this one just because it kind of looks like glass. And this greenhouse is about 3 by 2 meters, which is a shock to some people, especially on my Instagram, because they think that this space is a lot bigger than it actually is. The camera makes things look a lot bigger than they are. But let's start off on the left side of the greenhouse. Here I have my beautiful gloriosum, and so I have had this for about a year and a half now, and she was a lot bigger and beautiful beforehand, but after repotting her into this huge, I don't even know what that is, she struggled a little bit to get new leaves, but that's alright, she's still looking pretty. Here I have this sad looking Calathea orbifolia. She is huge. I think she's either getting overwatered or having a bit too much light, but yeah, she's pretty huge, and I was planning to sell this one a long time ago, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because all of the leaves are getting so huge now. I really love it. So just under there is where I keep all of my media. So I actually just got these from Kmart, I believe. I think they're around $10. But here I've got my sphagnum, my perlite, I used to have cocoa coir in there, but I've kind of run out at the moment. And charcoal, and I've got like this little spoon, which is probably in there. That's normally in there so that it's easy to make the soil media. I also normally have a bucket in here, but I've just taken it out so it looks a little bit cleaner in here. If you guys are like me and you kind of dread potting things up or making your mixture or your soil composition, it just makes things so much easier and a lot more organized. So moving along here, I have my humongous Thai Constellation, my first one, which used to sit over there in the greenhouse, but I've kind of liked it over here because it was kind of getting a bit too big for over there. She is getting really big. I'm not really sure what to do with her for her next leaf. We've got a little bit of browning just happening there, but that is totally normal. And so there's not much there at the very bottom of the greenhouse at the moment, just because it is very dark under there and it gets a lot colder than the other shelves, just because heat rises, and I find that the bottom shelves are always a lot colder. For anyone asking, I got these shelves from Kmart. I believe they were like $28-30 each, and I find that they work really well. Some people told me to get galvanized steel racks, but I find these just do the job anyway, so I really like them. And down there I have my little terrarium with all of my jewel orchids. Let's take a look. If you've never seen jewel orchids before, I think these are genuinely the most stunning plants, where they literally look like lightning bolts, especially that plant right there. I will get that for you. How stunning is that one? So I'm not really good with the names of jewel orchids, but regardless, I find them so pretty. So that one's a little bit different to that one just there, and this is one of my favorites. Absolutely stunning. I've got this Magnificum X that you guys had previously seen in my videos, and she doesn't look very healthy, but she'll be fine. I'm not too worried. Moving up along the shelf, I have this tiny little greenhouse that has two little seedlings, Anthurium seedlings in there. So let's take a look-see. So in here I have this beautiful crystallinum, and I'm not sure if it is a hybrid or if it's, I think it's a hybrid. This I got gifted from Haley and Jake back in March at the plant swap, and she used to have just 2 or 3 tiny leaves. And in my care, she has gotten that leaf there and that leaf there. So she is doing really well. This is one of my favorite plants ever. So this right here is a Anthurium magnificum X Guatemalan hybrid. And she is so stunning. She literally shimmers like nothing else. And that leaf is the newest leaf, and it is still getting bigger and still hardening off. Really need to repot this bad guy, but at the same time I don't want to stress it out while it's having a new leaf, so I will wait for that. So here I have this beautiful Anthurium hoffmanii X. So I don't really know what this hybrid is. All I know that it is dark, it is stunning. Would you look at that cute little red sinus? I am fully in love with this plant. I've got my luxurians crystallinum here. That leaf is looking a little bit sad. So I figured out the problem with what happened to this beautiful luxurians crystallinum is that some of the roots actually died off because of underwatering. So that's why it went from a big leaf like this to a smaller leaf, because some roots had died off. But I'm not too worried if I have to chop that one up. I mean, I still have that gorgeous leaf there, as well as like there's roots. The plant is doing fine. Here I've got the mother plant of my Monstera borsigiana, and she's actually got a little, she's actually got a new leaf coming, which I'm so happy about. I've got my little baby clarinervium there. We've got some growth up in there. I'm not sure if you can see, but that was an old inflorescence that I'm going to chop off eventually, but I'm letting it dry out completely. I have here a tiny little glorious, which is a melanochrysum / gloriosum. a crystallinum ex magnificum up in there. Moving up and onwards, I have this very dramatic green velvet, which you guys have seen on my channel before. She used to have humongous leaves, but I think she's either one root bound and I have to replant her, or two just not liking winter, which, you know, kind of happens. So yeah, she's being a diva. Her leaf, that one is definitely dying off and going sad, but that's okay. I think any Alocasia that is going through Melbourne winter is very much allowed to go through this, because just last night it was like 0 degrees overnight, and it's been like that for the last 2 nights, so that is totally normal in my book. A dormant what is this, dragon scale Alocasia, which was super beautiful during growing season. It has gone dormant, so I'm not too fast, but I should insert a picture of what she looked like before. She was absolutely stunning. A little pup from this beautiful mother plant right here, which I'm sure you guys have seen before. This is my Alocasia caprea, which looks like an absolute alien, and it's actually got an inflorescence or flower happening just there, which I'm pretty tempted to cut off since it is taking up a lot of energy from the plant, but we'll see how we go. Here I have my Anthurium silver crystallinum, which I've shown you guys before. I've actually transferred it into a plastic pot just so that I can manage the roots a little bit better. So she's there. I have this Alocasia silver dragon, which hasn't gone dormant, which I'm very, very grateful for. She's got even little pups happening over there. I'm sure you guys have seen this in my previous video. That is my cuttings of my cream splash, which I'm actually doing a trade for a Epiprenum variegata, which I am so excited for. So that is just currently rooting. And this is my Alocasia Frydek, which is probably going a little bit dormant right now. There we go. That's a very sad leaf. And that one just there. But as long as the bulb is intact, I'm really not too fussed. I have this Alocasia corozon from my friends Haley and Jake. You guys will probably realize that they have gifted me many, many plants. I love them so, so much. Haley and Jake, you guys are my favorites, but you already know this. I've also got throughout the greenhouse these guys just here. So these are hydrometers, and it's pretty much that it is a checker of the temperature and humidity, and that is what it is currently in the greenhouse. You can actually get these from Bunnings. I'm not gonna lie, they are a little bit more expensive than, let's say, the hydrometers that you can get online, but I find that these ones are really stunning because they are like copper and sexy. So I have a few of those. Moving down over here, this is my Syngonium Fantasy. She is very, very white. She has beautiful white variegation that always happens in like split leaves. It is just one plant, but she's got 2 branches up in there. Here I have my beautiful cutting, my Monstera cutting that I did, let's say, about a month ago, I'm gonna say. And she is well and truly been doing some great stuff. So you can see there that she's got plenty of roots, which means that I will probably pop her in some dirt or some soil quite soon. I'm hoping in a couple weeks time. Over here I have my Brule Marx Fantasy, which has some really stunning patterns, if I can get it. Hold on. So some patterning is just there, and that is the newest leaf just there. I really need to put her back on a pole again. I've got this Monstera siltepecana El Salvedor, which was gifted to me by Baden. I have this gorgeous Philodendron Brandtianum, which is from Kai from Foliage Collective, and that is its newest leaf in my care. She's looking a little bit funny, but that's okay. And we do have more growth, which I'm really excited about. There we've got a little Sodirol cutting. My pink princess, who's not looking very pink at the moment, but she's doing all right. My mother plant of my cream splash. Philodendron White Knight, who's got some really good looking variegation. I just recently chopped her up here, and I can see just a little bud in there, but there's new growth finally happening. I find that this philodendron is really slow growing. Do you guys agree? If you feel the same experience, please holla at me. I also have here, oh, I always forget what this one is, a Philodendron I'll probably put it up on the screen, just because I don't actually know what it is, but it's so cute. It's got little love hearts leaves, and I love it a lot. And Haley and Jake, of course, gifted me with this one as well. I have this beautiful planmanii cutting that I did also about a month ago from the mother plant, and she is definitely got lots of roots up in there. The mother plant is just somewhere down there. I've got this little cutting of this Tetrasperma. I cut it from the mother plant that is on the wall just there. I'm currently rooting that one for a friend. This planmanii X Tenue, which to me is freaking ugly. Do you guys agree? Do you think that this is a good looking plant? I think it's just the nectaries, the little dots on it, that make it look really sick. But regardless, I still love it. I just think that it's not as pretty as all of my other plants. I have a little gigas cutting over there. Another pink princess. My beautiful magnificum. Oh my god, I love this thing. I've got my Philodendron Berkins, which I probably have to get out and show you guys. That is her. She's got crazy variegation where she always does this like split leaf thing. I am so for it, and I love it a lot. She has been in my care for quite some time, and she's still producing some like randomy split leaf variegation. Like that one. What? And I even just got that one at Bunnings for literally $9. What a find, what a bargain. So down here are plants that I don't actually care for as much. This one is a Cerismabrillal something. I'll have to take a photo. I genuinely do not care for this plant anymore. I'm pretty sure it's a rebound and their leaves are dying everywhere. So I'm a bad plant parent for this guy. I've got this huge Philodendron White Knight just there. She's quite huge actually. I've got a Anthurium watermelonese in there somewhere. This one I do really love, and this is my Anthurium dolcianum. I'll have to put it up on the screen again. She's really beautiful. It's also got another leaf just there. Moving on to my Tenue, Philodendron Tenue from Jules from the Plant Factor. She is huge. She is gorgeous. Look at that hand shot. Ooh! Look at that ribness. Ooh! And I've also got in here some Philodendron Brandtianum or McDowell. I just don't know the difference at this stage, to be completely honest. But that is what she currently looks like. Her leaves literally look like pillows and so fluffy. That is its newest leaf just there. She is getting really big. I might actually have to chop her up at some stage. And moving down here, I have my Philodendron Sodirol, which is such a stunning plant. Like, do you see that silver patches on there? And I've got that little bit of variegation just there. That's one of my favorite leaves. It's honestly such a striking, stunning plant. It's definitely one of my favorites. I'm going to move that past a leaf. And here I have in this corner my most shot of Instagram is my little sphagnum corner, where I have this beautiful Philodendron Majestic here, which really is, if you don't know what a Majestic is, it is pretty much a hybrid between a Sodirol and a varicosum, which is why you get super duper neon leaves but with these silver patches. Honestly, it is one of the most beautiful plants. There is a new leaf coming there. Can't wait for that one. Already seen this Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma. She actually used to be like all the way up here, but I've trimmed her twice, giving one of the plants to Katie, my best friend, and also that cutting just there. Down here I've also got this cutie planmanii, which is the mother plant of the cutting. this incredible Thai constellation with this crazy variegation. So this plant literally has had this leaf for I think like 2 months, and it hasn't gone brown. I'm just still so shook. It is such a beautiful plant, and normally I would say to stay away from high variegated plants, but it looks like this plant is well sustaining itself. It's got a new leaf coming up in there. I just don't want to touch it. It doesn't look like there's lots of white, which is probably a good thing for the plant's health. This plant is one of the most stunning plants I have ever seen. I wonder if I can get the glossiness of this leaf, or like the velvetiness of this leaf. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see it. But anyway, it is like neon. It is velvet, and on top of that, it's got furry petioles. Do you see that? What even? The back of this leaf, oh my god, you have to see. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I love that plant. And it's got a new one coming just there. In this little corner, I have a really cute little melanochrysum, and I've actually purposely popped her in there just because with the darker leaves I think that it's better to keep it in a darker space, but it still gets quite a ton of light, just not direct light. So she's tucked away in there, and she is very happy. My idea for this wall is like having all of these kind of leaves going all the way to the top, as well as like this melano all the way to the top, and I think that this wall is going to look so stunning. I cannot wait for it. So leaving the moss wall, I have here my large Philodendron gigas, which has been such a champ. It literally just throws out leaves like it's nothing. So when I first got this plant, it had all of these leaves. Oh my god, that leaf, stunning, absolutely stunning. And I had this leaf come out in my care just there, and it's already got a new leaf, and I swear I've only had this for like a month. But I just recently popped it on this moss pole, so hopefully the roots take into that and I can get huge big leaves. So in here I have a greenhouse in a greenhouse, and you guys are probably like, Sam, you're crazy, but I've already explained why this is here in my previous videos. So let's open her up. So pretty much in this greenhouse, the temperature stays around 20 degrees minimum, because it's got a heat mat underneath there, and also that the humidity ranges from like 70% and above, but majority of the time it ranges to about 80% humidity. So in the greenhouse itself, because it's winter, because of the heater, because of the sun, the humidity kind of fluctuates a lot, from like 60% to above, but in this greenhouse it's a little bit more controlled. So I have all of my like more seedlings or things that need extra little bit of care. I've got, this is my Anthurium worquianum. We've had a rough ride when the first leaf kind of melted off, and then I had root rot, and now she has recovered and had these 2 beautiful leaves. So I now have 2 growth points, and if I showed you the stem in there, guys, it literally hits the bottom. It's such a huge plant, and those leaves have not hardened off yet, so they're getting even bigger. So I'm so excited for this plant. That is in pure sphagnum moss, just because it was rotting previously in soil. So I've just done that while it's recovering. I've got in here my most treasured crystallinum from Baden. It is a pure crystallinum. You guys have probably already seen it. She doesn't get any less beautiful though. So in here I actually have, these 2 have bulbs of Alocasia cuprea. I'm pretty sure I have like 10 bulbs in here. I'm kind of doing an experiment where to see if they do better in just soil versus sphagnum, so I'll keep you posted on that. So in here I have my beautiful crystallinum. I'm not sure if this is, I think it's a hybrid, but the silver veins on this thing, do you just see it pop? Like in comparison to all the other plants, it just pops. And she is so stunning. She's such a cutie. She's one of my favorites. That leaf is still hardening off, so she's getting a bit bigger, but yeah, the veining on this is my favorite. I have this little pup here, a crystallinum hybrid from Haley and Jake, who so kindly gifted me, as always. I have this hybrid crystallinum as well. That one I believe is a pure crystallinum from the tag, but you never ever are too sure. That is its newest leaf just there. And I've got this other crystallinum ex magnificum from Snippy Whippy, which is a cutie. Down here I have my little propagation station. I've got my clarinervium seedlings in there. I've got this Brule Marx Brule Marx variegata in there. I've also got my little prop box up in here. I'll probably save that for another video showing you guys exactly what I've been propagating. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that is all of my plants. So in 2 years, this is what I've managed to collect. So that wraps up my greenhouse tour for you guys. I always really enjoy taking a look at other people's collections. Hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. If you have any questions about the greenhouse itself, about any of my plants, anything at all, let's have a conversation down in the comments below. And if you guys are ever thinking of having your own greenhouse, I highly recommend that you guys do it. It has been such a journey and very rewarding for me, and yeah, it is such a sanctuary to me, and I hope that you guys find some peace and calm and excitement in my greenhouse as much as I do. So until next time guys, stay safe, stay warm, keep on planting, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!